Today, Kevin and I are going to be trying some Walmart branded tortilla chips. We have BetterGoods. These are the Heirloom blue corn and multigrain. These are the guacamole flavored.
And this is a hatch chili. And this is the Great Value brand. And these are the tortilla chips, Thai style sweet chili.
And like I said, Great Value is Walmart brand. BetterGoods is Walmart brand. The BetterGoods were $3.47 a bag. Are they all the same? $3.47 for a 10-ounce, 283-gram bag. And then the Great Value were only $2.24.
And it's 10 ounces.
There you go. So they're charging $1 more, over $1 more for these BetterGoods branded over the Great Value branded. That's very interesting. Okay. So what the deal was is I found these limited edition, and it hadn't been too long that these came out, and I was like, may as well try them at the same time.
Yeah, Walmart's coming out with that BetterGoods all over the store, and all kinds of different things.
Oh yeah, and the colors pop, you really see them. They made sure they chose colors
that stood
out against everything else. That was very smart of them. So these are the Heirloom blue corn and multigrain tortilla chips. It says fried in 100% avocado oil with sunflower seeds, brown flax, and brown rice flour.
I like purple tortilla chips.
It says these non-GMO tortilla chips are made with blue corn and are generously scattered with sunflower seeds, brown flax, and brown rice flour before being gently fried in 100% avocado oil. Perfect with our BetterGoods sauces. So 1 ounce.
Haven't bought those yet.
Haven't bought them. 1 ounce, 28 grams, about 8 chips is 140 calories.
The blue corn definitely has a different flavor. Plus they've added the other stuff to them too, like the sesame seeds and stuff, which makes it even more of a different flavor. The blue corn chips tend to be a little softer.
I love that.
Yeah. And I thought at first it didn't have enough salt, but I think the salt is actually just right.
I could eat those plain.
Oh yeah.
I think the texture of them seems, it doesn't seem as, it seems like looser.
Yeah,
so
it's
like
not hard and crunchy.
Right, so it still is, it stays together, but it's definitely a looser texture than.
I think it break easy.
Like a Tostitos.
You know what though, pulling it apart though, it's still pretty tough chip.
It
so
is.
I think it could handle like regular dip, not like a cheese dip.
I think it could handle salsa too. I do, but once it hits your mouth, I think it feels it's a softer, looser mouthfeel.
Yep.
I love the salt.
It's really good.
I don't get the flavor of the seeds necessarily, but I do. I love that salt.
I'd say the seeds influence the flavor a little bit. They just don't stand out as ooh, that's a seed. You know, it just doesn't stand out by itself.
This is the guacamole flavored. These tortilla chips are made from finely ground cassava flour for an authentic tortilla texture, then gently fried in 100% avocado oil before being dusted with guacamole flavored seasoning, using real ingredients for that traditional Mexican flavor, perfect with our BetterGoods sauces. 1 ounce, 28 grams, 12 chips, 140 calories.
They look, from the picture, they look very coated.
They look very Halloween.
They're very green.
It's a purple bag, or would you call that purple?
Yeah, purple blue, kind of.
It's a purple bag, and it's like green. So to me, that screams Halloween. Okay, and we are not guacamole people.
I don't mind guacamole. I don't like it cold. And all guacamole is cold. I just don't like I don't know. I got a little heat kick of spice too.
That's delicious.
It's not really hot, but it's got a little kick of a tingle on your tongue.
This reminds me, we used to have a place in Lexington called Don Pablo's. And Don Pablo's would bring you, like any Mexican restaurant, they'll bring you the tortilla chips and the bowls of salsa. That reminds me of, it's like an already salsa'd tortilla chip. It's like you've already dipped it, and you don't have the mess of the salsa. They did such a good job on these. Nobody's gonna want to buy their salsa.
Yeah, you don't need to.
You don't need it. That I would get like you taste onion.
You can get that little pepper tingle.
I love those. I would buy those again and again and just sit on the couch and eat them, and no salsa required.
Yeah, I don't really get that guacamole flavor necessarily. Like you get the little lime and stuff like that. I don't really get that, but it's mostly, like you said, mostly onion, and a little bit of the peppery, like the peppers flavor.
Yeah. So far that's my number one.
Good.
Okay, now we have the Hatch.
Oh, and texture-wise, they're still a softer crunch than like a Dorito or something, but they're a little crunchier than the blue ones.
I agree.
Not a lot, just a little bit.
I agree. We have some really good Halloween colors going here. These are the Hatch Chili, and it says these tortilla chips are made from finely ground cassava flour for an authentic tortilla texture, then gently fried in 100% avocado oil before being generously dusted with real Hatch chilies for a rich roasted flavor and spicy kick.
The exact same thing I just replaced.
Yes, Hatch chili.
Yeah.
1 ounce, 28 grams, about 12 chips, or 130 calories. Were those 140?
140 for 12.
Okay. And these are 130. Okay. So what are...
These are just yellow.
Just yellow. Okay.
Or brown.
That's fine. That reminds me of a, you know, we've had street corn. Things that are labeled street corn.
Yeah,
that's kind of.
I just got some heat to it. I don't get the chilies as strong as I thought I would, but it's still really good.
It's wonderful.
I thought it'd be really strong, like chili flavor, but it's a lighter chili.
It has spices, onion powder, sugar, spinach powder.
It says Hatch chili seasoning though.
Hatch chili seasoning, yeah. But then it says spices by itself.
Yeah.
So there's other spices they're not telling you. Did you even know there was such a thing as spinach powder? Hatch chili pepper powder, garlic powder, green pepper, green bell pepper powder, jalapeno pepper powder, which I got that definitely. Yeah. I love these.
Yeah, I think I like the guacamole better because it has a little bit more flavor. But these are nice. They have, for me, they're not. Like I said, I wish the chili flavor was a little bit stronger, like a little bolder. I want to taste the chili, but you get a little bit more heat from these.
I think so too. If you don't like spice, if you can't handle any spice at all, then you wouldn't want these.
Probably not buy anything that says chili on it anyway.
Right, because they do have a little bit of a tingle, but not bad.
No, it's not like burn your mouth.
No, it would be like, to me, it would be between a mild and medium. Yeah. It's really, I mean, it's not, it's enough that you notice it, but it's not too much.
Yeah, it's not painful or anything. It's just a light tingle.
Again, I would eat these by themselves. Yeah. I wouldn't put anything with them. But I agree with you. I still like the guacamole just this much more than these, but I do love these too. Okay, now we're going to the Great Value brand, the ones that were $1 cheaper, over $1 cheaper, limited edition, crunchy tortilla chips, Thai style sweet chili. They did not take the time so the BetterGoods, yes, the BetterGoods, they're charging you more because somebody had to write that description.
Well, they're also, these are made with that, what is it?
Cassava flour.
Cassava flour, these are just corn. These are just corn chips. So I would say there's a price difference in those too. I don't know which one's better for you, honestly, but.
These look like the color of a Dorito.
Yeah.
They're not quite as orange, but that's, it says 10 servings are in the container, 1 ounce, 28 grams, about 15 chips is 140 calories. These are made, #1, ground corn. But then you have vegetable oil, you have sugar, salt, vinegar powder, you have white distilled vinegar, chili powder, chili pepper, spices, salt, garlic powder, garlic powder. I will probably like these because I love chili.
They're definitely a harder chip.
I was wondering if the texture would be.
I'll tell you what, I didn't get a lot of flavor on the first couple I ate, but then I got one that was really covered with powder, and I laid the powder on my tongue, then I got a lot of flavor. But the first two, I just kind of just randomly, I guess I laid the powder side up or something, and they weren't as flavorful, but
I immediately got my.
Yeah, if you lay it right on your tongue.
Yes.
Well,
which
like
I
look
did.
at this one. See, this one doesn't have any powder on it.
Right.
But
no,
this one has a lot.
That one has a ton.
Yeah.
This is okay for me.
Yeah, it's spicy.
Yes, it is very spicy. I like it. I like the heat. I like the chili part of it.
Mm-hmm.
There is one spice in there that I could do without.
What's that?
I don't know.
Oh. Thought maybe you were identifying it.
No, there's one. Well, I was gonna look because there's one thing in here that
Chili powder, garlic?
I know, and I don't know what any. I don't know what.
Sometimes
it
they'll say
means.
that generic spices thing though, and you don't know what that is.
Yeah, and you don't have a clue. So that's what it says is spice, and it's like, okay, well, I don't know, because everything else that they did name, I like. It's not one of those things. It's one of those that they've added, but and they might not have put a lot, but it has a big impact to the whole overall feel. I'm sure it's what makes it the Thai flavor.
Yeah, it's not just pure chili, that's for sure.
No, if it had been pure chili, I would have loved them. But there's. Do you get that?
Chilies. I don't get anything strange. I just get mostly just.
Yeah, it's just one. There's one seasoning in there that I could just do without.
Yeah.
So these are okay, but
For me, they're mostly just heat.
that's a one-time buy. I can understand why they're limited edition. But those guacamole. And
Honestly, all the BetterGoods were
all the BetterGoods
are worth trying out.
They really, really are. And it's so funny because we've reviewed their ice creams and we really like them. Even the plant-based ones we liked. But now we did review some of their appetizers.
No.
And those were hit and miss. So it's gonna.
I think I would skip all the appetizers.
I know. We
Even
don't.
the ones we like, they weren't great.
We don't buy a lot of appetizers anyway. We would rather, if we're having a get together, we would rather make our own. And so we aren't the people who buy appetizers
Well, they're
anyway.
really expensive. If you're gonna buy enough for like 10 people,
And
it's gonna cost you a
hopefully
fortune.
you watch those videos because it was shocking. It is expensive, and you think, oh, there's going to be a whole tray full of stuff. No, the trays were not. When you pulled the trays out of the boxes, it wasn't full of food.
They were tiny.
It was hardly any food there at all. So I say make your own, and it goes a lot further. But now these tortilla chips are awesome.
All of them. All are good.
I would totally get any of them, but my number one is the guacamole.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, and I would skip unless you just want a kind of a spicy, somewhat chili flavored chip, then I would skip the Thai chili.
Exactly. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.